Hey guys, do you know inserting a single element like this shape as a circle on one slide can be made to reflect across all the slides in PowerPoint. And similarly, placing an image on first slide will be displayed on the entire presentation without copying it again and again. We can do a lot more in Slide Master in Microsoft Power. Hello and welcome to this video on how to use the Slide Master in PowerPoint. The Slide Master is a powerful tool that allows you to customize the appearance and layout of your slides without having to edit each slide individually. In this video, I will show you how to access the Slide Master, how to modify the elements, fonts, colors, backgrounds, placeholders, and layouts of your slides, and how to apply the changes to your presentation. Let's get started. To access the Slide Master, go to the View tab, and in the Master Views, you can see Slide Master. Click over it, and you are right into the Slide Master view. The other way you can go to Slide Master is coming right over here at the bottom, and here you can see Normal View. Simply press the Shift key and click over it, and you would immediately be led to Slide Master view. Now here you can see the top slide looks like a little bit bigger than the rest of the slides. This is actually the theme Slide Master, and all these slides are simply child slides, which means any modification that you are going to do in the theme Slide Master would be reflected across all these slides, and vice versa is not true. Let me show you. Let's go to Insert tab, choose this oval shape, and simply draw it right over here, and there you can see it's visible across all the slide set. Let me delete it, and let's close the master view right from here. Now you can see I have made a simple dummy slide simply to demonstrate how we can use the Slide Master. Let me show you how we can change the fonts of our slide. Again, go to View tab in the Slide Master. Right over here you can see we have fonts option. Click over it, and you have tons of fonts option that you can choose. Let me go to Customize Fonts, and over here you can see we have heading fonts and body fonts. Let me choose some heading fonts for my slide. I'm gonna choose this Rockwell Extra Bold for heading, and in the body I'm gonna use its lighter version, that is Rockwell. Let's save it, let's close it, and there you can see. Simply click over it to check. You can see it's Rockwell Extra Bold heading, and in the body you can see it's Rockwell. So simply making a change at one slide can save us a lot of time and hassle. Let me show you some other functions that we can use with the Slide Master. This time I'm going to insert a picture that I want to be reflected across all the PowerPoint presentation. Simply go to Insert in the Pictures, this device, click on the image that you want to be inserted, insert, and there it is. Let me adjust it on this first slide, and right over here you can see it's being shown on each child slide. Just imagine how much time it would have taken if you have copied the first slide again and again. Let me click over it so that I could change its look and feel. Go over here into the colors, click over here, and I'm gonna use this ice blue ground color to light, and that's it. Now simply close the master view, and there you go. You can see the background image that we have inserted in our Slide Master is displayed on the entire presentation, and that makes it really cool. You might be thinking that we can simply insert an image on one slide and later we can simply duplicate it right from here. That would do exactly the same function. No, this is not the case. It would make the size of your PowerPoint presentation too high, and sending it over the internet might take a good bit of your time. So Slide Master is the best way to insert a picture that you want to be reflected in your entire presentation. Let me show you a few more things. Let's get to the bottom, hold Shift and press on Normal. Right over here you can see we have few more options: title, footers, background styles, and hide background graphics. If you uncheck it, you can see the title is gone, and similarly we have footer section at the bottom. Uncheck it, and you won't see any footer right at the bottom in your entire presentation. I'm gonna keep the title and simply uncheck the footers. I don't want footers to be present in my presentation. And right over here in the hide background graphics, if you click over it, the image that you have just inserted will become invisible. Let me leave it as it is. In the background style, you can see we can use background styles. And in the slide size, you can see we have standard widescreen 16:9 ratio and 4:3. If you want to change, you can change it right from here, but I would suggest you to customize your slide size right from the start. Doing it in the middle might distort some of your graphics, or some of the elements might look weird and out of place. The next thing that I'm going to show you is transitions in Slide Master. If you are going to apply a transition to your master slide right over here, it would be reflected across all the slides. Let me use this wipe, go to Slide Master, and let's close the master view, and let me show you how it gets applied to the entire presentation. Click on slideshow, and there you can see simply applying to the first slide, we get free from the hassle of applying it to all the slides one by one. And in a similar fashion, we can apply animations to our slides as well. Let me show you. Shift click, let's get to animations. And right over here, you can see we have this slides which shows master text style. Let me select all these, click on fade. In the animation pane, in the start, you can click on click, and let me make a few changes into our animation. In the effect options, let me get back to after animation, and I want my animations to look slightly dim when it gets played. Click on OK. Let me show you how the text style on our slide will look like using this fade animation. Go to Slide Master, close it, and let me start my presentation. And there you can see the first bullet point appears. If you click again, you can see the first bullet points gets faded, and we have this second. Click again, and there you can see the second point gets faded, and we have only this particular bullet point, and so on. Now, this must be noted that I have applied this style of fading animation only to this particular slide, not to the Slide Master, although I was in Slide Master view. Simply to show you, we can also individually customize a single slide as well. Suppose you are working in a department like finance department where you have to make a lot of tables inside PowerPoint. Going again and again into the table views might become a hassle. For that, you can simply make a slide having the table elements right from here as well. In the Slide Master, right over here, you can see we have these child slides, and let's say I want to have a table right on this slide. You can go right over here into the insert placeholder, and here you have multiple options like picture, text, chart, table, smart graphic, media, etc. This shows that if you have to insert chart again and again, you can make a slide for that, and similarly for picture and text as well. For this purpose, I'm going to click on table and simply drag it like this over here. Now let me go to Slide Master and close the view right from here. And now in your slides, in the slide layout, right over here, you can see we have this option, the table. Click over it, and right from here you can insert the number of columns or number of rows that you want for your table. Let me show you, and there you are. Now if you need one more table, you can simply go right over here and click on this blank slide. Again, go over here and insert the number of columns or number of rows that you want for your slide, and there we are. And exactly like this, you can make a placeholder for images, for charts, and for other items as well. Let me delete this slide, and let's get back to Slide Master again. Next, I'm going to show you how you can insert the slide number right from your Slide Master. Get to Insert tab, and over here you can see we have date and time option, and right next to it at the bottom we have Insert Slide Number. Click over it, and you can see we have some options over here. If you want date and time to be reflected, you can use it, otherwise uncheck it. Slide number, uncheck it. You can see slide number would appear right over here on your bottom right corner of your slide. You can insert your footer as well. Let me write my channel name, and from here you can apply to all or apply to this particular slide. And you can also have the option either to show it on the title slide or not. If you want to show it, you can keep it as such, otherwise uncheck it. Let me click on apply to all. Let's get back to Slide Master and close it, and there you can see. You can see we have the number right over here at the bottom screen. It's too small. You can increase it right from here as well. And similarly, our footer appears slightly faded in the middle of the slide as well. That's how you can apply the footer or the slide numbers to your presentation as well. The next trick that I'm going to show you is using two master slides within the same presentation. Go to Slide Master, and you can see we have this Slide Master with all the child slides next to it. Let me insert a simple shape right over here. Change its color to dark blue, and let me write some text inside it. Take time 1. I right click over it, and you can here see duplicate slide master, and right from here you can see we have different style. Let me show you. I'm gonna delete it and insert a different shape. Let me insert this rectangle and let's change its color to red. And now you can see we have two different slide master. Top one have this blue shape placed on the right top, and this bottom slide master have red shape on exactly the same location. Often when two or more people are presenting a presentation, we can use this type of presentation. Now changes made to this particular second slide master would be reflected in the entire child slides, but it won't be shown on the slide master 1. Let me close it right from here, and there you can see. Now in the slide you might not see any difference, but let me click on new slide. Right over here you can see we have this one set of slides and this is the second set of slides. So person 1 can present the slides simply looking at the logo right at the top, and similarly the person 2 can go to the second section of the slide. So simply one PowerPoint presentation is enough to be presented by two person. And similarly right at the bottom I have made this third one as well. Now if I'm going to click on this title slide, you can see it's down at the bottom. Now if I'm going to click on next one, it would show the slides reflecting this second theme of the slides. Finally, I'm going to show you how you can save your PowerPoint presentation after making so many changes as a template. Go to File, Save As. Now you can choose a location. I'm going to go to Browse section. I'm going to give it a name. And in Save As type, you can see we have multiple options to save our presentation in different formats. And one of them is PowerPoint template. Click over it, choose the location and save. Now you can use it again and again as a template in your slides right from here, or you can save it online in your OneDrive as well. And that's it for today's video. I hope you have found this tutorial useful. Please give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.